What if I told you that a small group of city-states, scattered across rocky hills and surrounded by the blue waters of the Mediterranean, laid the foundation for modern science, politics, theatre, art, and even sports? Welcome to classical Greece, a dazzling era from around 500 BCE to 323 BCE, a time so extraordinary that its influence still echoes in our everyday lives. This was the age of Athens and Sparta, two of the most famous city-states in history. Athens gave the world democracy, an idea so revolutionary that ordinary citizens, not kings or nobles, had a voice in making laws. Imagine being a farmer or a craftsman and still having a say in how your city was run, something unheard of in most of the ancient world. Meanwhile, Sparta built a society entirely focused on strength, discipline, and military training. Spartan boys were taken from their families at the age of 7 to train as warriors, creating one of the fiercest armies the world has ever known. But Greece was more than just war and politics, it was the birthplace of ideas. Philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle dared to ask questions about truth, justice, the meaning of life, and the nature of the universe. They encouraged people to think critically instead of blindly following traditions. Aristotle even became the teacher of Alexander the Great, the man who would carry Greek culture across 3 continents. The Greeks also gave us theatre, where actors performed tragedies and comedies in open-air amphitheatres that could seat thousands. These plays weren't just entertainment, they explored love, power, fate, and morality, themes that still shape movies and literature today. And then came the Olympic Games, held every 4 years in honor of Zeus, where athletes competed in running, wrestling, and chariot racing, proving that the human body could be as inspiring as the human mind. Science and mathematics flourished too. Hippocrates laid the foundation for modern medicine by insisting that illness came from natural causes, not angry gods. Pythagoras and Euclid shaped mathematics in ways still taught in classrooms around the world. Archimedes, though slightly later, built on their work and changed the way humans thought about physics. The art and architecture of classical Greece remain breathtaking. The Parthenon, a temple dedicated to Athena, still stands as a symbol of balance and beauty. Sculptors like Phidias created lifelike statues that captured both physical perfection and human emotion, setting artistic standards that lasted for centuries. And finally, the era ended with the rise of Alexander the Great in 323 BCE. Though his empire stretched far beyond Greece, he carried the spirit of classical Greece with him, spreading its culture, language, and knowledge from Egypt to India. So, the next time you hear the words democracy, philosophy, Olympics, or theatre, remember, they all began in this tiny corner of the world, during the shining age of classical Greece.